Okay. What is bayah?
In terms of the actual meaning of bayah, in tasawwuf we have two types of bayahs. Okay, one is bayah for tabarruk, and the second is actual genuine bayah. So bayah is when you promise or take oath of fulfilling the conditions of this specific sheikh to go through his path. That we call tariqah. Okay, so that is the bayah. Okay, and the first type of bayah, that is bayah for tabarruk, for blessing. Okay, normally people do it. For example, let's suppose I'm Naqshbandi, but I want to have some fuyudat also, some blessings also from the Qadri or Suhrawardi tariqah. So I will meet some genuine, for example, Qadri Sheikh. So then I will make bayah to him for tabarruk. Or so I'm not going to fulfill that condition of the Qadri tariqah, but only I make bayah for blessing. That is the bayah of tabarruk. And the second is bayah of actually tasawwuf, like Sufi genuine bayah. Okay, so murid will find a doctor, spiritual doctor, that we call al-murshid al-kamil, and then he actually asks the al-murshid al-kamil to guide him toward the true path. And then Murshid Kamil, he may test the murid if he's genuine or not. So, for example, he may annoy him, he may somehow you can say act with him on the way in which murid loses his passions. Okay, so but then Murshid will not be doing it just to play, but he wants to be confident that this murid is genuine, because the genuine murshids, they never cause the murid to commit sin. Committing sin with murid and murshid is, murshid will see someone who is not serious, and then he will take bayah from him, so that murid will promise him to fulfill the conditions. But murshid knows that he's not ready for that, so now Murshid is helping the murid to commit sin because he's not going to fulfill the condition. Okay, so in here, the genuine Murshid will first check if this murid is genuine or not. And if he is genuine, after that, he actually accepts the bayah promise, accepts the promise of the new murid, in which murid will say, I am actually willing to fulfill your conditions and follow your instructions to purify my soul from the sins and evils. Okay, and so after that, Murshid will dictate his instructions. So that is the actual bayah. That is the actual bayah of tasawwuf. Now, question, what about the bayah of tabarruk? Is that valid or not? Some of the murshids, they allow, but the majority of the murshids, they say it is prohibited, because as much as you promise, okay, that much it will be more difficult for you to fulfill your promise. And in tariqah, not fulfilling the promise is one of the major sins. Okay, so that's why the majority of the genuine murshids, they do not allow the bayah for tabarruk. Either you are taking it seriously, or either you are not taking it at all. But bayah for tabarruk, that does not exist. Why? Because bayah means you promise your murshid, your sheikh, to fulfill his instructions. So if you have 10 bayahs and each of the murshids have his own instructions, are you going to fulfill it or not? Answer is most definitely no. You are not going to fulfill. Means your murshid is allowing you to commit a major sin. So that's why the majority of the genuine murshids, they say bayah for tabarruk is prohibited. Okay, so according to the majority, there is only one bayah, and that is bayah of tasawwuf. Okay, so that is the meaning of bayah.